What's going on, guys? Greek Freak here, and in this video we're going to be talking once again, continuing on with the controller reviews that I have made, which this one will be the NBA Eastern Conference Central Division. And with this, we're going to be starting off with the Indiana Pacers. Now, the Indiana Pacers one is also a very, I feel like, a creative one. I don't think the fact that it really symbolizes anything major here. I think this is the only one I really had symbolizing that didn't have to do with the direct city that it is really related to, but really just the whole thing as it is, which of course, as we know, the Pacers symbolizing racing and a pace. So I went with, of course, Indy cars on the edges of the controllers. Now, I wish I could have had a more detailed one. I'll have an example of that on the next controller of how I would have wanted it to look like, but on this one I had to go with this. I could not find many pictures of an Indy car from the top view that would very much show good detail in. But I went with that. I went with a finish line at the top of it, white buttons on the right and dark blue buttons on the left, and went with dark blue, of course, inside of the white buttons, and dark blue analog sticks, and went with the old Pacers logo, which I very much do like as far as this combination here. I think the fact that it's a pretty good start though. The next one we have is the Milwaukee Bucks. Now, as I stated about the very well detailed, I found, of course, a great picture of a buck that I could put onto this one. So I put the buck on the left side and basically went with what I like, which is their new uniforms with the cream in it. So I went with the cream on the edges of the controller and with the inside of the buttons, and went with a nice clean white on the analog sticks and the left directional pad, and went with white buttons in the middle as far as the speakers, and went with that nice cream finish on the PlayStation logo and cream on the actual thing, and with a white controller mic port, and went with the Bucks logo on the display. The next one we have is the Chicago Bulls. Now, the Chicago Bulls is a pretty simple one, but of course, once again, I just don't think you can really go wrong with black and red and white. So I just went with that. I went with a red logo on the PlayStation logo. I went with the Bulls logo on the display, a nice vibrant red on the analog stick and on the controller ends here as well. The last one we have here, the second last one is the Pistons. Now, the Detroit Pistons one I very much do like. I changed it so it symbolizes a little bit of the old Detroit Bad Boy Pistons uniform, and of course a little bit of the modern day Motor City uniform as well. As you can see with the gray buttons with the on the right, it sort of symbolizes that with the gray that they now have on their uniforms with the Motor City uniform. And we have, of course, if you can see the stripe borders, I made it to be just as the Bad Boy Pistons logo, which has, of course, at the top I have that as what their shorts would be having, and at the bottom you can see the split of the blue and red, which is what the uniforms also have on the jersey, on the shorts as well as back in those days. So I also went with a red charging port and a blue logo with the red, and I went with the I believe the 2000s type logo. I think as far as when that was very much known, that's what I remembered as a sort of the 2000s, or the very late 90s. I think they were switching to it maybe, but I don't think they were at that point. Maybe they were. The last one is the Cleveland Cavaliers. Now, the Cleveland Cavaliers, I did want a better result for this one, and I may go back, and of course for these ones that I do say that I have a bad result with, I may go back and actually remake some of these controllers and at least post them on my Instagram, because I just felt like I could have done a lot more better with these. Now, with this one, I sort of went with the Cleveland Cavalier, the land type of uniform for this controller with the gray background. I was going to do this wine background that you can see on the analog sticks, but I went with that with the analog sticks. The buttons, for some reason, they just did not end up coming out too well. As far as this, I was a little bit disappointed with this one. Just the buttons really didn't work out for me, just lots of things, but I definitely do like, I guess, the use of the gray with the wine. I like how the wine really color stands out, and I went with the Cavaliers logo for the actual logo on this one. And I just think the fact that so far these are the Eastern Conference, this is my first little starting up ones. I don't think there's one in the Western Conference that I really feel disappointed at, and by any means, as far as the way it ended up looking. So guys, I will be having the Western Conference. I will be starting that tomorrow, so make sure that you guys check that out. And if you guys enjoyed the video, leave a like, subscribe to become part of the Greek Army today, and as always, this is Sparta.